Everybody want to post a content and then the content will go viral, and that's why I even post this one so that it can reach a lot more people. But what's the purpose of trending if you are not able to give value? If you are a business owner, what is the purpose of trending if you are not able to make a sale from that business? This brings me to the point where I would like to talk about attention and buyer intent and the differences that we can see between these two. Now, I'm not trying to condemn anybody, and I may use certain circumstances to describe what I'm trying to talk about. I'm just doing this so that you can get clarity with what I'll be saying. Now, when we talk about attention, it's the ability of you to hold people's attention and make them stick to you, right? And when we are talking about buying intent, it's the ability of the people after watching the content that you'll be posting today to make a decision that I would like to work with this individual, I would like to buy his or her product. Now, everybody is confusing it. Everybody is looking forward to post a content that goes viral. But if that content goes viral and it's not having a clear call to action or a value that will direct people to be making buying decision, then you are only wasting money running ads. It's the same thing that we are talking about, because if you are posting content, what you are doing is that you are allowing organic reach, right? But the moment you put money on it, meaning you are giving money for Meta or any other platform at all to circulate that video. So making video is good, but if you are not able to make a video that transforms attention into buying decision, then you'll be wasting money on Meta ads. Everybody knows that Meta ad advertiser, except this is the first time that you are seeing me. So what I'm trying to say is that before you slap that $5 on that video that you want to post outside, these are things that you must look at. Now, when you talk about attention, look at the internet space. Which videos do you think trend a lot? Business videos don't trend that much compared to comedy and other ones. Why is this so? Because they are able to grab attention and these videos are generic. Our pastor can also watch comedy. I can also watch comedy. Somebody else who can watch comedy. But your business is for a specific group of people. I'm not trying to say that comedy is generic, but it is more of general than talking about a business. If you are selling a pen, then your target audience may be students, secretaries, 9 to 5 workers, or people that will have to write or present something, right? So you are not trying to target everybody. If you are somebody that's selling pen, that's just what I'm trying to talk about. So it's your ability to be able to differentiate between attention traffic and then buyer intent traffic. So when you are running an ad, make sure that the content that you are putting out is able to grab attention, but convert that attention into a buyer decision that will make you money. Apart from that, you are just wasting your time creating content on the internet. The second difference between attention and buyer intent is that attention goes for virality, right? Everybody wants to go viral, and that's what we are looking for, meaning you want attention, right? Viral will give you the likes that you are looking for. Viral will give you the comment that you are looking for. Viral will give you the share that you are looking for. But buyer intent will give you the profitability that you are looking for. Let us look at something here. I am not trying to be an influencer, or as a business owner, your aim is not to be an influencer unless that's what you are doing. I hope you get me. So your attention should just be on the variability, but should be on the ability to make that content profitable. That's what you must be able to do for your content or what you are doing before you even start running ads. That's why I always advise that if you want to run ads, try creating some organic content or driving organic leads. These things will give you enlightenment or enlighten you on what to do before you start running ads, so that when you start running ads, you will not complain that much because you know what works and what doesn't work. So instead of you focusing on attention, which is variability, which may not bring you sales if you don't do it well, concentrate on you being able to be profitable by giving value, and at the end making sure that you give a clear direction on what the people to do. If you want the people to send you a message or go check that landing page or go check that website, be clear about it and let them know what the next course of action. That's when you are able to transform just attention that you get on the internet into buy intent. You are getting 200 views, 100 views, but you are complaining. If you can be able to be buyer intent oriented, you can convert that 100 attention into income with time. The third thing that we'll be looking at, which is a difference, or something that can cause a difference between attention and buyer intent, is the kind of content that you put out. If you put out good content, you get good leads to come to you. Content may not be that well necessary thing, but the most important thing is that if I am able to give value, then fair enough. If I am not able to give value, then I should be advised to stop creating this kind of content. So how can we make our content, or who we are trying to see this content, valuable? My first best way is that you need to know who you are talking to. Right now, my video is meant to be seen by business owners that are running businesses. I'm not targeting people that are looking for ojo or any necessary thing or laugh on the internet. I hope you get me. So as a business owner, you need to determine the specific people, the specific demography that you want to target. I want to target business owners. I want to target coaches. I want to target this group of people. I am selling suits. I want to target clergy. I want to target 9 to 5 workers. I want to target lawyers. These are your target audience. You are selling real estate product. I want to target people that are coming from abroad and would like to buy a property in Ghana. I want to target people that want to do rentals in Ghana and want to buy an apartment and start a business. These are your target audience. So make sure that your content is not that general. Your content is speaking to this specific group. Else, you just be entertaining people whilst you are creating content or running ads. I'm saying this because it's the content that will transform into the ad. It's the same content that you are creating. That is what will give you an idea of what to create for an ad. So if the content is not doing well, then there's no way that the ad will do well. Let us get that. Sometimes it happens. If you can see a content that is pulling very well on the internet organically, the same content will pull very well if you are using it to run ads. This is a disclaimer. I'm not trying to say that don't create a content that can have two faces. If you can create a content that has two faces, it's very good. Let me give you an example. If you can look at people that create good content, one thing that they do is that after creating that content, they are able to tell you that if you would like to do this, get this, right? By that means, they are trying to make their influence profitable to them. So that way, they are trying to combine two things: your attention into a buyer intent, which is very good. So if you can use comedy to promote that clothing that you want to sell and you still get buyer intent, fair enough, go ahead and create the content. But if you know that you cannot crack a joke, you are like me. Even if you intentionally crack a joke, nobody will laugh. Try as much as possible to be direct and straight with which kind of content that you are creating, so that you won't end up frustrated whilst creating content for your ads. These are things that we must look at on the internet. Now, the fourth thing that we must look at is that it is intent that decides conversion. If the person is interested in the product, that's when you say, yes, I would like to buy. So whilst creating content and looking for attention, let us be able to create content that also enable people to have buying intention. Without that, you will not be profitable. There are a lot of good content creators that are on this platform, but since they have started posting, they are not be able to get leads for their businesses, right? So what is happening is that you are posting very well, people are seeing you, but it's about the buyer intent. You are not able to make them buy. Sometimes it may seem like they are not trying to buy at all, but with time they will get to call you because you are just starting. The moment you are starting organic, that one day you should be able to relax. But the moment you have done organic and you are getting results, you should be able to focus on knowing what to do and what to bring you results. So I'll say that in your first 90 days, you may not be getting much sales from your organic content. But before you transform into paid ads, you should be able to identify this, get the best content that brings buyer intent, not just entertainment or attention. I hope that if you can be able to do these four things that I've talked about, we can be able to make a lot more people buy our product instead of us confusing attention for buying intent. See you in my next video. I am Herbert and I talk about meta ads and how you can be able to use it to increase our sales and visibility online. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. See you in the next one.